Donald Trump is airing a television ad for the first time, airing it in battleground states. We're going to roll it here.
In Hillary Clinton's America, the system stays rigged against Americans. Syrian refugees flood in. Illegal immigrants convicted of committing crimes get to stay, collecting Social Security benefits, skipping the line. Our border open, it's more of the same, but worse. Donald Trump's America is secure. Terrorists and dangerous criminals kept out. The border secure. Our families safe. Change that makes America safe again. Donald Trump for president.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
So, Jerry, that ad is obviously heavy on his immigration policy. It seems to do what GOP advisors wanted him to do, which was keep the heat on Clinton and take his personality out of it a little bit. What do you think?
Well, look, I think there's a school of thought in the Republican Party that if this campaign is about Donald Trump, if this election is a referendum on Donald Trump, he loses. If they can make it a referendum on Hillary Clinton, who's got her own significant popularity and likability problems, they got a much better chance. That's what that ad does. It's mostly an ad that it seeks to basically keep the focus not on Donald Trump, but on Hillary Clinton's perceived shortcomings. And that's what I think a lot of Republicans have wanted him to do. Talk less about Donald Trump, talk more about Hillary Clinton. You saw it again in the speech he gave last night, where in North Carolina, where it was, the headline was Donald Trump says he regrets some of the things he said, but the substance of the speech from that point forward is very heavily about here's the bill of indictment that I'm going to lay out against Hillary Clinton. That's what Republicans want to hear.
Right. Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because we would like to roll a soundbite from that speech.
Sometimes in the heat of debate and speaking on a multitude of issues, you don't choose the right words or you say the wrong thing. I have done that. And believe it or not, I regret it.
So, Jerry, you say, Donald Trump now has advisors that is going to encourage him to be Donald Trump, but that seems like a kinder, gentler Trump, no?
Well, look, if you watch the speech in its totality, he said that, and it's true, he's never said that before, but I think it was designed to clear the decks so that he could then pivot, which he did in that speech, to going on a prolonged attack against Hillary Clinton. Get me out of the way and let me go on the attack against Hillary Clinton. And it wasn't a kinder and gentler speech. I mean, he probably called Hillary Clinton a liar 25 or 30 times in that speech. So that's Donald Trump. But I think that saying essentially, I acknowledge the problems, was a way of trying to clear those away so that he could move on to that kind of a Trump message. But it's not, as I said, it's not exactly a gentle message. It's very much in the Trump mold. And I think that's what you're going to continue to hear.
Sure. Just curious, though, going forward, almost every poll taken nationally and in battleground states right now shows Hillary Clinton ahead. At this point in the race, what does Donald Trump need to do?
Well, I think he needs to do what he's done this week, which was basically get in a position where it can become a more conventional campaign that's still about Donald Trump, and one in which he's doing some of the basic political stuff like running television ads and paying attention to analytics that campaigns do. There was also an interesting thing that Kellyanne Conway, his new campaign manager, did an interview with us yesterday and said, we're going to focus on 7 or 8 states. That's the other thing they need to do. I mean, they have been going around talking about we're going to win Connecticut and we're going to win New York, and those are not, and California, those are not realistic targets. What they need to do is focus on a small set of states where he has a chance to turn some Democratic states Republican in the upper Midwest and win Florida. So I think it's a more focused campaign. That's the other thing that was needed, and I think that's what is going to emerge from this change.
That's what we'll see going forward. All right, thank you, Jerry Seib, for that.